I've explored some of Singapore's most hidden spots, places even many locals have never been to.
And I'm guessing most Singaporeans have never been to Singapore's second airport because, believe it or not, it only serves one airline. So what's the experience like? Let's find out. Okay, we are here. The airport is called Seletar Airport. Can you believe how quiet and empty this is compared to Changi Airport? It almost feels like a private terminal. Seletar Airport is tucked away in the northeastern part of Singapore, about a 25-minute drive from the city center. While Changi Airport is the primary airport, Seletar was actually Singapore's first commercial airport, opened way back in 1937, long before Changi existed. During World War II, it was used by the British Royal Air Force, and today it's mostly used for private jets, flight schools, and aircraft maintenance. However, there is one exception. Firefly is the only commercial air flight flying in and out of here, with just a few flights to Subang Airport in KL, Malaysia. So yeah, let's go inside. This feels so exclusive. Wow. Wait, oh my god. This place is so small. That's the entrance and I already see the immigration. Ayo. Yeah, it definitely feels more like a private terminal than a public airport.
By the way, this was a quick trip, so I didn't want to carry too much, not even cash or multiple cards.
So that's why I just packed my backpack and my Revolut card. I can tap and pay anywhere and it automatically converts my money at great exchange rate. Terima kasih. Bye. So my bill was 19.6 ringgit. Currently that is $5.94 Singapore dollars. And with Revolut, they converted it to $5.95. Revolut will come in handy for a fuss-free vacation. Basically, you only need your passport, mobile phone, and your Revolut card and app. Plus, you can get 1.5% cash back on your spendings and a $30 cash back if you sign up now. I'll talk about it more later, but if you're interested, you can download it in the link in the video description box below or the QR here. Alright, let's do a tour. This is exciting. Alright, behind me are the check-in counters. Only 3 counters, all serving Firefly. This is personally great because there's no queue, there's no crowd. It's just so peaceful. I'm not sure if they even need a priority lane though. Everything is kind of priority. Alright, let's check in. Hello.
Boarding will be at 11:30.
Okay, thank you so much. Alright, so check-in was obviously very smooth. And what's great about a Firefly flight is that they include a free 10 kilo baggage. For your hand carry, it has to be below 7 kg. So I'm going to talk about the price later, but this is actually significantly more expensive than Scoot. So maybe that's one reason why it's more expensive. Free 10 kilo check-in baggage. And behind me is the waiting lounge. It's comfy, modern, and I love the garden view. So this is the only F&B located at this terminal. It's called Mr. Teh Tarik Express. They mainly sell local food like nasi goreng and prata that costs $9. Can I get the kaya butter toast set? Thank you.
Alright, I got a kaya butter toast set for $6.30. The toast is huge and also the butter. I really feel like I'm in Malaysia. And I'm kind of looking at the people around me and I'm guessing most are Malaysians. It's difficult for a foreigner like me to distinguish between Singapore and Malaysian. My wifey, who's a Singaporean, she can distinguish. Apparently they dress kind of different. It's kind of impossible for me. Also the accent is different. Manglish versus Singlish, it's very similar, so I cannot, but I'm guessing most are Malaysians.
Alright, let's continue the tour. Alright, so far Changi Airport seems superior in all aspects, but look what I found. Yes, Changi Airport has theaters, gardens, and all that, but does it have a fun board game like this? Here are the toilets. Wow, it's super clean.
And this is the other waiting lounge.
Yeah, believe it or not, this is the final part of the airport before immigration. Alright, let's go through security. Wait, oh my god, this is so interesting. Okay, so I just noticed that the departure is blocked. I think they only open like right before boarding. Does this ever happen at Changi Airport? Probably not. Hey.
Okay,
Thank you.
Thank you.
Bye. Okay, that was very quick. I love how peaceful this airport is. So there's actually only one gate and this is the waiting area. So the only commercial flights out of Seletar are operated by Firefly, which is a full subsidiary of Malaysia Airlines. But unlike Malaysia Airlines, Firefly mainly operates short-haul flights using ATR-72 turboprop aircraft. These planes carry about 70 passengers and are ideal for short flights. However, my flight to Subang, KL cost me 50% more than Scoot, which is probably the most popular option. So I paid $135.30 for a one-way flight on Firefly, and Scoot on the other hand costs only $89.90. But why does my Firefly flight cost 50% more? Do I get some kind of VIP treatment? Hopefully we will find out during the flight review. Firefly flights from Seletar goes to 6 locations, but all of them stop over at Subang, KL, which again makes me wonder why people would take this instead of Scoot, because Scoot flies directly to many of those locations and they are cheaper. And you know what's so funny? When I was booking this flight, there was a pop-up notification saying that you selected Seletar Airport. So I'm assuming they don't want customers to think that they booked Changi Airport, because that is what most people expect, right? And you know what's crazy? It's boarding in 10 minutes and I see only like 10 people. This is so peaceful compared to Changi. Like, I've been waiting here for a few minutes and I see no planes landing or flying. At Changi, you will constantly see planes. Here comes, I think, my plane. It almost feels like the plane is like walking a red carpet. It's just so empty and bizarre.
And this airport is where Taylor Swift landed with her private jet. Maybe if I look carefully, I can find her. Wait, is that Taylor Swift?
Okay, time for boarding. By the way, I just love how nobody's rushing to go on the aircraft, because it can get hectic and Scoot and SQ flight.
My ears! Wow!
Meski berada bersama anda dan tidak boleh.
Okay, how about a seat tour? First impression, the aircraft felt very dated and the feel is definitely different compared to bigger jets. I mean, you sit below the wings, the seating is lower, and the overhead compartment is much smaller. Seats are pretty basic and the leg space is just nice for my short legs. Seat arrangement is 2x2 and it was only half full, so it was pretty comfortable. It's a bit noisier because of the propellers, but the ride is surprisingly smooth, although the occasional bumps were terrifying. One thing that's actually cooler than flying from Changi may be the views. Propeller planes fly much lower so you can enjoy the view on a clear day. But they still give me phobia. It feels a bit unreliable, but I know they are exactly as safer as bigger jets. Still, I always like having that extra peace of mind when I travel, just in case something goes wrong. And that's where travel insurance comes in. As a Revolut Metal user, I get complimentary travel insurance not just for myself, but also for my wife. I love that all I need to do is pay at least 50% of my return ticket with Revolut, and it's automatically activated. No paperwork, no last minute scrambling. In-flight entertainment is non-existent. There's also no option to connect to the Wi-Fi, but there is a magazine where you can spot the female version of their mat.
Alright, let's do a toilet tour. Okay, it's much smaller than a Scoot flight. Like, I barely have space here. But I mean, it does the job. There's a sink, some tissues.
Thank you.
Alright, welcome to KL. Alright, I'm in my Via Randall. How was your flight?
It was good.
Do you always take Firefly?
Most of the time, yeah.
Why? Why not Scoot or SQ?
It's quick, it's fast, it's easy to get right into town. So that's the main purpose.
Thank you, Randall.
No worries.
Enjoy your time at
Yeah,
KL.
you too.
Bye.
Wow, that was super quick. So just like Randall said, it's very fast. After getting off the airplane, I think 3 minutes later, I'm already outside the airport. Because I didn't need to walk so far like the KL International Airport. Wait, first time I see a busker at an airport.
This is why I love Malaysia. They love their music.
Alright, so here's my conclusion of taking a Firefly flight via Seletar Airport. The pros and cons. Okay, pros number one, it's probably cheaper overall compared to Scoot when you factor in bags and snacks. Again, 10 kg of chicken baggage for free. Water, snacks are also free. Secondly, faster check-in and arrival experience. Again, it was very, very quick. And it's probably because because Seletar Airport is smaller, so I don't really have to walk like 50 minutes inside the airport like Changi. And this Subang Airport is also much smaller. Lastly, it's more relaxed and quieter. You know, at normal airports, people are always busy, rushing, and it gives me anxiety, you know? I also rush for like no reason. But this experience, starting from Seletar, it was so peaceful. My airplane was also only half full, and even after arriving, look at it, it's very calm. Okay, let's cover some of the cons. Okay, cons number one, the plane was a bit noisier because again, it's a propeller plane, but it's not like I need my earphones, it's not too bad. Two, turbulence was pretty bad. So this happened during ascending and descending, and the second one was terrifying, honestly. And I'm not sure if it's due to weather or because it's a propeller plane, it's easier to shake. And again, I know propeller planes are safe. I still have phobia, you know, after that experience. And lastly, fewer flights option per day. Plus, they only fly directly to Subang Airport. So if I wanted to go to Penang, I'm gonna have to transfer here. So in conclusion, it was pretty comfortable minus the turbulence. And my understanding is that Firefly sits somewhere between budget and a full service airline. Yes, the plane is smaller and it's a propeller, but you also get included baggage, free water, and much faster boarding. By the way, was that a cool shot? I put my camera over there, but I'm starting to get worried. It might get stolen. Run, run. All right, now let's explore Subang Airport, KL secondary airport, mainly for domestic and regional flights. Alright, it's my first time here, and what's cool is that it's much nearer to city center compared to KLIA. Subang to KL city center is only 20 to 30 minute taxi ride, contrary to the 60 minute from KLIA. I'm eating my late lunch at Tea Garden. Cannot leave Malaysia without trying nasi lemak. Cheers. I mean, I know this place is a chain. It shouldn't be too special, but still delicious. Craving satisfied. Chicken in Malaysia is just next level. I like how the yolk is runny too. Hi. Terima kasih. Bye. Oh, I paid using my Revolut card, and remember how I said the exchange rates are awesome at Revolut? So my bill was 19.6 ringgit. Currently that is $5.94 Singapore dollars, and with Revolut they converted it to $5.95, which is only 1 cent higher than the mid-market rate. So this is what I love about Revolut. No hidden fees, great exchange rates, and again, don't forget, if you sign up now, you get $30 cash back. So Subang Airport is pretty tiny. There's a few restaurants, some souvenirs, cafes, and general stores. Alright, so my return flight with Scoot is departing at 7:05. So I only have a few hours at KL. However, I found a super interesting mall I'm quite excited to explore. Hello, Buff. Thank you. Have a good day. Okay, here we are. We came to Egypt. No, but seriously, who knew KL had such a unique mall? An Egyptian-themed pyramid-shaped mall with a sphinx head, which has an ice skating rink in a tropical country. It makes no sense. I love it. Let's check it out. Wow, this is so cool. It really feels like I'm in Egypt. It's so well executed. Okay, so this is the entrance, and I see the pyramid tip. Kind of reminds me of Las Vegas. Makes me wonder, why can't Japan and Singapore have something like this? This is very exciting. Okay, unfortunately, I only have about 2 hours, but I'm sure I can do a lot in 2 hours. Let's have some fun. I see some high-end shops immediately. Okay, actually, I'm still hungry, so let's find some food before all the shopping. Wow. Okay, now it opened up into this palace. It's really beautiful. Alright, I found this highly rated Malaysian restaurant, and it's so funny, I have no clue how to read the address. It says LG 2.52 and 2.53. Okay, I'm just so confused. Oh my god, this is the ice rink. Yeah, we definitely need this in Singapore. Not at Jurong, please. I know there's an ice world at Jurong, but it's a bit too far. And I heard some locals say I need a passport there. But I just suspect it's so difficult to maintain such a huge ice rink in Singapore because land is so expensive there. Okay, I was hoping 2.52 means level 2, but no, I came to level 2, but it says F1. I am seriously confused, and I'm also confused why Lao Lao got such a long queue. Probably very famous in Malaysia. Okay, but I did wander into this food street. They all look like chains, but looks nice. Just one person. Thank you. Alright, do you know how I found this restaurant? I'm an introvert. Instead of asking to people, I decided to ask ChatGPT, my best friend nowadays. And he said LG actually means lower ground in Malaysia. So basically it was at the basement. I wish countries stop doing this, you know, using different terms, because in Singapore we say B, B1, B2, B3. Because without ChatGPT, I would have never been able to find this one. Anyways, this is called A Decade. It's already like 3 p.m. and there's a lot of people. So I'm assuming it's popular, although they do sell a very unique dish. That's concerning, but the mee siam looked delicious, so I got that. And why not a Coke Assam boy? What the heck is that? Thank you. Alright, this is my Coke Assam boy. Very sweet but very nice. I like the assam, a bit sour. So here's my mee siam with rendang daging. Look at how perfect the egg is. Break it open. Burst of flavors. I love all the different types of spices used, and they explode in your mouth. It's so strong. Here's the rendang daging, which is beef. I feel so happy already being able to come back to Malaysia to eat real Malaysian food. Terima kasih. So the meal was fantastic. I loved the rendang. And do you remember I said I can get 1.5% cash back using my Metal Revolut card? I can actually check instantly using the app, and see, I got 18 cents. Yes, 18 cents may not seem that much, but this adds up. So by just using this for my daily expense, the cash back will accumulate over time. This is why I'm saying Revolut is a great travel card. Cashback, insurance, eSIM, so many great features. Okay, I got an hour left, and my mission is to find something cute for my baby, and of course my other baby, aka wifey. Famous Amos, my wifey's favorite cookie, and I know we have this in Singapore, but I think it's from Malaysia, so it should taste better, I hope. Thank you. They packed it in a nice bag. I don't remember Singapore doing this. Okay, now we have entered a new zone. Yes, this mall is definitely inspired by Las Vegas. Oh, there's Changi. Okay guys, I don't want to be that type of guy who goes to shops in Malaysia that exist in Singapore. I mean, that's so lame. There are so many other places you can go to Malaysia. What the? Tastes amazing. And the best part, it's about $3 cheaper than Singapore's. And I also got cash back thanks to my Revolut Metal card. I found a cute headband. I think I'll get this for my baby. Oh wow, look what I found. Mr. Bean. But again, I don't want to be that tourist from Singapore because it's just so... Oh, that was delicious, and I saved 50 cents compared to Singapore. You know, just saying. You know, I was thinking this mall is very local, but then I found my fellow Jipung friends. Why are they so easy to identify? There are so many interesting food and drinks I want to try, but not enough space in my stomach. Alright, unfortunately, it's time. Let's go home. Terima kasih. Alright, back to Subang Airport. Okay, before boarding, I'm checking into the lounge. So I paid additional around $10 for this.
The lounge is not fancy, but cozy, quiet, and comes with free drinks, cakes, apples, sandwich, and salad. Not bad for a regional airport, though I have never seen so many ads inside the lounge. Now I want the Mercedes.
Hey, Peanut! I was only away for a few hours, but I miss you so much. Okay, I have a gift for you. Hola! She's staring at it. Hey, yo, she smiled! Wow! Ooh, you look so pretty now! I also bought this. Do you want a review? I put here, huh? How's your new toy? You like it? She doesn't like it. So Seletar Airport, I loved it. It's so quiet, calm. peaceful. Of course, Changi Airport has many more things, but if you just want to get everything quickly done, I think it's even better than Changi Airport. Flight experience was okay for me. Again, the turbulence was kind of frightening, and the aircraft felt a bit old, but the free checked-in baggage is a plus. Again, don't forget to download Revolut to get 1.5% cashback and 30 Singapore dollars cashback. So let me know in the comments, have you flown via Seletar Airport and would you want to? Thank you Revolut for making this video possible, and see you guys again in the next video. 10분 남자 리아. Goodbye.